Chaz has been involved in my program for 2 years. He probably recognises what we do a lot of. We don't do a lot of that. A lot of people look at it and go, Craig, I've heard people through the grapevine, Craig does weird stuff. Call it what you like, I don't care. It's just, people can't know what they don't know. I don't know what I don't know. How can I know what I don't know? So when they make a statement like that, it just demonstrates ignorance. That's sad, because this is how we used to coach. This is how coaches are coaching today. And people who haven't evolved or moved with it, their kids are going to take longer. Doesn't mean they don't get there, because both methods actually do work. You didn't say they didn't. It's just you can see where the application of random coaching, and this is that play-based learning, is actually different. So that drill that he was doing, the shooting one, it's called the ricochet shooting drill, is a good example of a very simple drill. It's where you have one less ball than you do have players, and the guy who doesn't have the ball is the shooter. Ball goes to him, he just shoots the ball. He gets his own rebound. Whoever's open next calls for the ball, and he shoots it, goes and gets his rebound. So whoever's open, you only ever have one guy shoot at any one time. But what it teaches them, and he said, never do the same skill twice in a row. So I'm not a fan of the Dr. Dish machine, and haven't been for a long time. It's good for teaching technique and getting up reps and building muscle memory, so it has an asset, don't get me wrong, and that's what he's saying. Traditional still works, but I'm not a fan of Dr. Dish machines because occasionally I've been told they throw a bad pass, but I can tell you if you play basketball, 90% of the passes are bad, yeah? At least that's what I'm telling my teammates.
Is that after you miss a shot?
Well, that's a pass technically. If it looks like a miss, it's called a shot pass. Haven't you seen those? Well, I never missed a shot. It's a shot pass, yeah? Happened to hit the ring. Yeah, so, yeah, you remember that. It's good, it's good. But yeah, this is the approach, yes.
So coach has gone from block to random, or they're still using some block?
So I said it's like everything's in equilibrium, so it's both. I wouldn't give up. So he said technique's really important. So how do you teach technique if you go completely to the random? So I think there's got to be a balance. So you do have to teach technique. So technique, one of my things with my Ausswish stuff is technique, intensity and purpose. So there's three things that I believe all athletes and all players need to do, whether they're practicing on their own or whether you're coaching. You have to focus on technique. So for me, technique's about, we say it's building skills, but I actually say it's building habits. And what I want is the most efficient habit. Yeah? So for me, habits are things we do with what? Without thinking normally, yeah? We're not thinking about it. It's a habit. So skills, when we get to the point of muscle memory, we're building a habit. And I want it to be as efficient as possible. I want to get rid of the stuff that I don't need in that execution. And as a skills and strength and conditioning coach, you're probably looking at that. How does that guy run and how do we make it more efficient? You see? So for me, skill, execution and technique are about efficiency.